All right, chat. Let's get it. I'm not going to end stream until I figure out a game plan moving forward from a defensive perspective playing LGHL. For some reason, I don't know, past 2 weeks, especially this week, probably the worst I've ever really played defense. It's not so much like defensively. I mean, there definitely are defensive errors that are seen in the game, but breakout wise, it's like I'm freaking completely lost. I'm not even making the reads that I should. So let's see how it looks. I'm playing yellow. Yeah, even there. And if you guys have any thoughts or anything like that, and you want to let me know, just, you know, you're watching this back, feel free to tell me anything. When I'm looking at here, I called an in and out for blue. So he's going to go here, cut in and then out. I'm going to go here and then find him on the boards for that entry. Typically, if that's the case, then you would want red to sort of cut that direction or maybe just go straight. The green can kind of do his own thing. Or actually, no. You would want red to sort of cut this direction and back so that it makes the deception like we're going to cut left and then we cut back. And it's sort of like a read on technically 2 plays. The problem is I'm only given 1 call out. So I could just say everybody cut left, right, but I don't know if everybody's really going to even do that. That's like the sort of question. I have a direct call out. Red doesn't really make a cut. He just sort of cuts to the right, runs right into a player. And what I'm seeing here is there's really nobody open. I could try to find, if I maybe had played it better, it could have been an off the boards type pass. If I was waiting, I could try to go off the boards there as well. What's up, Viber? And maybe he's able to get that puck bounce, but it was a direct pass to blue, and it gets picked off. If it goes off the boards, then what happens is this guy goes and crushes blue. So it just was a fail, is really what it was. The way the trap was, the way the call out was, and the way it was executed from everybody, and the way that, again, the trap was to us, there was no option. I couldn't, you know, even if I wanted to try to find green, right, that would be off the assumption that both red and blue would not go offside. That would be the only way, because look at the way red, if the only reason red didn't go offside was either because he was pulling up or is the fact that he was running into this guy here. So if I find green late, that would be off the, like, if it's an in and out and I don't find blue, it could still go offside because green is further back from both red and blue. How do I play that differently? What's up, Skillsy? Like, what am I supposed to do as a defenseman? I'm trying to give call outs, but then also read the play, right? Because that's like one perspective of breaking down, you know, to break in a puck, right? To break in the play. There, just man marking. The other philosophy would be just to say, to have a general call out where it's like everybody cut left and right, which is what I was just describing, where it would be a left-right play for red. It would be an in and out for blue. Green can just sort of hug boards and then maybe cut in late. And that would be your left-right sort of call out, or just a right call out or a left call out. But then that, it still doesn't mean that, you know, because, I mean, I don't know. You just don't know. You just flat out don't know. So now we're here again. I think I went D to D here. Yeah. Which actually was not bad. I mean, break-ins for me, if I'm a forward, and maybe this is just I don't have that much experience, I always think you should always be skating at full speed. I don't see how there's any call out or any break-in attempt where if you're gonna somehow enter in at half speed. Again, it depends on the call out, but even still, if you do not get the puck, I feel like there should still be, you should still be cutting and trying to skate as fast as possible. I don't know, is there any scenario in which you would be gliding in to break in. I don't know if that's even possible, especially if you have a solid trap at the blue line and they're holding the blue line. Unless you skate really fast and then you all stop and then they all kind of backpedal, and then you can maybe find like a little easy glide in, or if they're not holding blue line very well. If they're holding blue line, it has to be full speed. It has to be a certain cut that's sort of going to find the speed, or gonna find the lane in. This is another D to D, able to get in on the opposite side. But that's just what I'm not really understanding. What makes the most sense? And this is, again, granted off the fact that, you know, the only time I'm ever playing with these guys is an LG, right? So I'm not like grinding to form chemistry with anybody. So obviously, if you have an esports lineup where you're playing, you have your regular pubs, sixes club that you're playing with, and you're trying to develop chemistry, these are things that can be discussed. You guys can figure out a game plan from that. But just from a general perspective, even this, like, I don't know, I should just flip the ice again here, because everybody's sort of on this side. I try to give like a call out to blue to cut in, and then maybe read it if an option outside was going to be open, and then an option in to potentially be open. What's up, Zach? It's just the way, it's just not, there was no chance of that. Well, actually, there was. Well, not really. I mean, there was. If I were to try to skid it in myself, this guy was going to try to hit me, probably. This guy was cutting. He almost had it. But you got red behind the play. I can't make a pass to him. Can't make a pass to, like, you know. There wasn't like a pass there to be open unless I maybe pulled up. Which probably would have been the only other option, or a dump and chase. I could have said, hey, I'm gonna dump left, skate to the red, right, and then dump it and allow green to chase it. Or, well, no. Again, this is all granted on the fact that if he runs along the boards here, I can maybe clap bomb it around, goes around the boards for green, or I would have to delay, pull up here, look for a D to D pass, and flip it again. That's the only thing that I'm seeing. Or try to force it like I did there. There wasn't really an option for me to skate it in. There wasn't anything else to really be done. And now we're here again. And I just skate it. So, like... But that's just based off the fact that you had this guy sort of delay a little bit. He was like... He played inside... Like, watch their defenseman. He cuts to the middle and then he stops. Like, if he stayed in his lane, there'd be no option for me to skate it in. You know, like there just wouldn't be any option. But like, that's got to be a read that I'm seeing. I didn't even read in it. I just sort of skated, didn't see anybody come towards me, so then I just skated. And I force it down the middle. Plus, offensively, if I ever get the puck, I'm also kind of buns with the puck. Like, I'm not that good. Here, we switch. So it's another D. It's technically another D to D, though, through a switch play. So as Teal, he's trying to draw guys to him. And then I switch with them. He's going to go D to D, and we're going to find another outside play. Which is good, because it flipped the ice again. Everybody was drawn to that one side. But that's like... The only way we're getting into the zone is either we skate it in or we're flipping the ice with the D to D pass to find the opposite forward. But, like, again, the question that I have comes down to what should be the read on the break-ins. Like, what should be the knowledge? What should I be obtaining when I give a call out and it succeeds or fails? Because people just say, I've been hearing that, hey, you just cycle through break-ins and then you figure out what works and what doesn't. And it's like, how do you determine what works and what doesn't? I mean, yeah, it's going to succeed, but like, something that works in the beginning may not work at the end. It all depends on how the team adjusts as well. You know, like it's kind of really tough to say that. So defensively, at least pretty solid there. Just for a chess match, my experience, opposite winger has the most space most often. Right, but then again, like if we're constantly going D to D, eventually a team will see, all right, they're going D to D. Let's not all shift over to one side. Let's just anticipate it. Like eventually, there's going to be a read. A good team would do that. Here, we're able to get in front of them. So again, defensively we're fine. Now we're quick transition back, short side shot, and that's the offense that we're getting is from a quick transition. And what I'm noticing too, I was watching some other streamers as well, you know, play LG, and the way LG is different from esports is that it feels like quick transitions are the way to play LG because there's not that much chemistry. So like more times than not, like you can move the puck quick, but an actual like break in from like a reset, trying to break it to the trap. I mean, again, I feel like there has to be some kind of simple game plan that could be, you know, that is like easy, you know. I mean, I don't know. Should I give a call out? Should it be a broader call out? You know, more open ended. What was really funny about this? So I was trying to get the puck here, and you see my guy just trying to skate it, or like kick it to his. One guy was like, "Let's see who gets the puck here." And it's like, yeah, not the guy who speaks English. And I'm like, I freaking started laughing there because that was like right on too. Like puck bounces and like stuff like that. It's like, wow. I feel like, yeah, I really wasn't getting the bounces my way when, you know, there were defensive errors. Or I wasn't getting the nudges, right? Like even in this case here, trying to hit him. I mean, it's not really a good pursuit from the defenseman. You wouldn't really be trying to get that type of nudge unless you're directly side by side with him. Can't do the same thing every time against good players. But like that's the thing. It's like, all right, I'm gonna, you know, if I start the game with like an in cut, then the next thing you could say is, all right, it should either be a play to red, or it should be an in and out, or it should be a D to D. Like there's many options you could just flip, but it's like what should be what am I reading on the play? Because it's not, you know, fair cut every time. The problem is too, like again, you could give a call out. If I don't go to that call out, there's no guarantees the guy's gonna stay on side. Ideally, they should stay on side, even if they get it, or if they don't get it. But like, even when I'm like listening to what other people do, right? Other defensemen that I played with, they've never went to somebody else when they've given a direct call out to somebody. I kind of wish I remember back in NHL 23. was it 23? Yeah, it was 23. I was doing scouting for to try to get drafted in the end because I was draft eligible. And I remember I was playing for the Sharks, trying to get scouted there. I did get drafted by them. I only played 2 games with them. I didn't know anything about the callouts or anything like that. Again, I was like a guy fresh from the CHL, didn't know how in-depth the callouts were. The defenseman that was beside me was running the break-ins like crazy. I forget who it was. I recorded the games, but then I think it eventually got deleted. But I wish I kept them because honestly, like the callouts that he was doing, like if I was listening to him now, it would probably make a lot more sense. All right, this is kind of just a piss poor defensive read from me. So I somehow get drawn from like this guy going this way, and I'm not right here. Because I should be right there, right in front of the net. So I'm turned and it's just a backdoor feed. So even my defense was kind of piss poor. Because this is not how I usually play. So the puck goes, let's see. I should have stayed right in the slot. Like, I shouldn't be moving. Like, what am I moving for, you know? I feel like I'm trying to do too much. Like, oh, they're going to make this pass to this guy in here, and then he's going to try to shoot short side shot, so I'm trying to pursue him. But no, that makes no freaking sense. Play to the middle, wait for them to try to then send that pass, and then I could body check the guy or stick time or whatever. I wasn't even in a good spot there. Like, that's just piss poor on me. Could also say somebody could have hit him, which they did. So, I mean, they did what they needed to do to stop the guy. You know, it's that should be an easy interception from me. But see, the reason we give callouts is because we don't want them to move in the same gap. So, like, if I don't give a callout, then you risk having two guys go to the same area, and then that's not effective either. And nobody's really moving with speed unless, you know, like if you give an in and out, you know that blue's gonna eventually get it. You know that red, you know, should not get it, or green should not get it. Yeah, I don't even know. We had red dart up, which actually would have worked. Maybe? I'm not sure. But now red's out of the play, so like, what do? I should have went back to teal. I mean, it's kind of tough too, because like, what I sometimes see is that like defensemen, what they'll do is they'll like skate, stop, let the guys go, and then they'll find like a different angle for a pass. So for me, that's something I never do really. Which I don't know if that would have worked or not, but like I stop and I find this guy's sort of there though. Like that's the thing. And or I could try to go, I could have went this direction and maybe try to sauce it off the boards in case blue would try to get the outside, which he stopped too. So like that's the thing. That's because they get to the point where I'm skating it in and I'm probably gonna take it. So they don't want to follow me. Good defense there now. Quick transition. See, I see this move a lot. Watch what green does with the puck. He'll do a little LT pivot, pull the puck this way, and then he's trying to like gain a little speed boost. Like right there. That's a play I see a lot happen where they like get the puck on the opposite side and they try to like spring forward. That's part of the LT speed boost mechanic that was added this year, which needs to be changed for 26. It's cool and all, but it's really dumb, you know. Defensively, got a guy cutting. Shot bounces right to him. That's just ridiculous. I mean, you could get real nerdy and get numbered plays. What, like play 1, guys do this, play 2. But you're not going to do that for LG. Like, you're just not. Again, like that's more for like if you have your own club and, you know, you're forming chemistry and you've been playing for years. You can develop those numbered plays. Like you can definitely do that, or have like code names for certain plays. But at LG, you're just not going to do it. Yeah, I mean, that's just ridiculous. Yeah, somehow. Alright. Pass should have already been made. By the time I got to the pass, they had to stop. I think I was trying to... no, I think I called... see, there it should just be a quick pass. But I think I gave another call out for, which again, yeah, that's where I shouldn't be giving it. I'm like, hey, you're cutting green, because what I was trying to do was set up him to go on the inside of this guy if he was going to try to play that. That's like a quick, you know, you cut right to the inside. You know, you might be able to find a lane right in. I think by the time he heard it, he was already near the blue line. I can't even hear it because of music. Yeah, I think by the time, yeah, I said it too late. That's why. Because by the time he heard it, it was already here. Like, he was right here. He's not going to be able to... I mean, he could potentially cut in last second still. But he's already kind of stopped. So that was, again, if it was a quicker call out, or I just give it to him early without even having to give a call out. That's the idea there. But it's like, again, it's like it's a timing thing. I'm not getting to that point. And then even here, like, I'm trying to be myself an option at the point. I mean, I'm not even... I should just be back. Cut right, left, Fred. Say cut right, left. That actually would have worked. Right, left, Fred. Right, left, Fred. Yeah, I'm trying to get him. Yeah, so that was good. Because I'm trying to give him the, you know, for him to like cut right and then left. Get these guys moving that direction. Find a lane there. Maybe find green somewhere. And it goes to green instead. You see what I'm saying? So I give a direct call out to somebody. It doesn't go to him. And we're offside. Like, that's kind of with the problems that you run into as well. Because I feel like a lot of times you're handcuffed in what you are trying to do. Even if I said everybody cut right, left, there's no guarantees everybody would be doing that. Or that everybody would be in line so that like everybody's a potential option, or somebody's going to somehow not jump offside, you know? That's kind of the problem that I'm running into. I mean, the guys have good offense. Yep, able to get that quick up. Able to get the puck luck there. I wonder what his ping is. 2. It got poked. I mean, number 7 poke checked that, but he got unrewarded with the guy gets it back. Poke check. Unless he missed. But no, he hit that puck. Like, that's some of the more insane plays that happen. Yeah, I should be finding him outside. See, this is where I kept going with in cut. And this is something I'm not seeing, because this guy's lined up inside of him. This guy's also lined up too far this way. If these guys were like here and here, then an in cut could work. Or depending on where they're at, an in cut could work to find a gap in between them, or whatever. Center as well is kind of, he's playing fine, right? But it's like the fact that these guys are lined up inside and I'm not even reading that. And that's what I don't really know, because I don't really dictate it based off... I don't like dictate it based off where the guys actually are. Because like a trap, we know what a trap is, right? But we notice that every single time both these guys are lined up inside of the forward. So an outside play should work every time. Or an in and out should work every time. Almost. Until they make that adjustment. So I should have went here, said stay boards blue, boom, off the boards, and he's around the bend. And I didn't do it once. Now, if like for red, what would you read for red? Because like that's all dependent on what, these guys? Because the wingers are going to have the wingers, right? Like that's ideally what they're going to be covering. They're going to try to jump the route, or they're going to stay boards or line up inside or something, right? For red's case, it's like, all right, if he wanted to cut right, it would have to be based on... I mean, it really... You could tell red to stay middle if he just keeps going forward, and you've like... There was a play where I saw a defenseman say, hey, red, cut middle, or stay middle, or go middle, and he just sauced it to him. He got it right down the middle, because the guys were thinking that he was going to cut, you know, towards them, so they're going to stay to their side, and the middle lane was wide open. Obviously, in a case like this, it would have to be based on the fact that red, like the only way for that to work, the center can't be lined up middle. Or he would have to find a gap in between them somehow, and I would have to be able to sauce that puck to him if that was going to be like a straight cut for red, or red would have to cut right or left here and then find the gap in between here, right? Like that would be the ideal cut there based on where he's lined up. So, but again, like if it was going to be based off a read, that couldn't take place until I see the trap, which is different from what people are telling me. Because there's some people that are saying you should give a call out without seeing the trap. Well, which one is it? Because when you don't see the trap, you run the risk of obviously just giving a blind call to something that may or may not work based on how they're lining up. And this was something that I was stressing a lot last year. Because in this case here, I could say, all right, they're lined up inside. I would have to look briefly at what they're doing. And then I would have to give a call out quick. And say, blue stay boards. Red cut left. Because you got the center here to the right side of red. You could say red cut left. So you can go here, cut there. You say green stay boards. You can say blue stay boards. Based on what this is, those are the three options that make the most sense. Or blue cut in and I take it outside. So you've got potentially 3 options. Well, technically not this option. 4 options. But that's based off this look, based on what the trap is giving me. If I'm going to look at the trap itself, if I'm going to go based on that sort of perspective, that would be, I would have to really be able to see, all right, this is how they're lining up. Stay boards blue. And it should be able to be heard before he even gets here. You want the callouts to be made before they cross the red, because otherwise it's too late. They can't, you know, they would be cutting like last second or something. So you want to be able to give it now, and then when they hear it, they just go. That would be if we're going to read the trap and give a call out based on the trap. But then, again, you would have to go to that call out because, you know, unless they just don't go offside. I mean, it could technically still be a read. And ideally, in a perfect world, it should be a read. So you get, hey, stay boards. And then, you know, let's say that's not open somehow and they all just sort of go to that way. Then I can go to somebody else who's there, right? But, like, it could be red cut left, blue stay boards, or blue cut in, I'm going to take it wide. Like, a play like this could happen where if I had stayed on this side, blue cut in, I'm going to go this way. You know, boom. Now, the fake is to, you know, blue cutting in, trying to draw these guys this way because that's how it's been happening. You know, like that would be that option. And I go with a cut into coverage. And the reason I had to pass it late was because the guy was literally right there. You see how he accelerated up? So he's trying to take that inside cut there, and he stayed there. He stayed parallel to that route. See? He's staying parallel. I can't make that pass to him. But guess what? Nobody else is open either. Well, red is. But no, he's not. Because I gave a call to blue, so red's not going to jump offside. So there's the problem there. So again, it has to be the right call in order for it to work. And then any other play, you could say, I'm going to dump left. Like at any moment, you could go with a slap shot play based on how they're covering, if they're really holding the blue line. And if they're pressing, that's a whole different story. I didn't run into that all night, but if they're pressing, that's just, you know, you got to just accelerate it quickly. But I don't know. I think on the next break-in attempt, regardless if it's Teal or me, I'm going to try to give a call out of what I think will be open based on what I'm reading. Look at this guy taking it out of the way. We missed like 3 times. This is quick. Yeah, that's all I can really do. Quick. So Green's going to have to improvise, find somebody. I mean, he could have found me, technically, right? Or he could have found Teal, too. And then that's... I have to be able to stay over the top on that. Teal's able to backtrack. Nice. Green stay boards or cut in. But actually, in that case, again, they're not trapping, so. But again, this is like, I'm not seeing what's opening up. That's the problem here. I can look at it now and say, hey, you know, this and this is opening up, but live, it's like I'm not even seeing it. I'm not reading what I should be reading. I'm not gaining the information of how I should be. I'm not gaining the intel live. That's the issue. Green was open to the side there, but again, you wouldn't give a call again because they're not trapping. In this case, it should be he goes up and just sees what eventually opens up. So stay there. He either skates it or maybe finds red. So you have 3 potential options. You want to try to get at least 3 options, I would say, of what could be open. Rather it's you're skating yourself, you give a call and you still skate it, you give some kind of call out to a forward, and somebody else is open. Green is open left side. That's why QB audibles at the line. Well, I mean, that's the thing. You can't audible. You could audible, but you there wouldn't be a comm for it. Like, you know, you couldn't say, I don't know, what's a can. Like, you can't say that, you know? I mean, it's just a matter of you give a call, and then if it's not open, you have to try to find somebody else. But, like, again, I don't know. For LG purposes, you can't give a direct call out and then go to somebody else. Unless you know you have 4s that don't jump offside no matter what. Because that's the thing. It's in your head to be like, all right, the call-out's not going to me, so I'm not going to go offside here. And then somebody who is giving a call-out, who is given a call-out, I mean, knows he's going to get the puck, so he's going to be skating hard. He's always going to be ahead of the pack. Nobody else is going to jump offside so that he can get the puck. He knows he's going to get it. Omaha, yeah, like... Wouldn't run into 8-man front on first down. What's up, Jesse? I plan Rangers. Breakouts are tough for every D-man. Lots of it is up to the force to make decisive cuts or to stay outside for us D. Onside for us D. So how do you... Do you typically give callouts then? And if so, like, how often would you say you give it? Based on just from a trap perspective, or even from a forecheck perspective. If somebody's forechecking you, then obviously not, right? But if they're trapping, how often do you give a call, and how often does it work? And what, I mean, I know it's not a question, it's tough to like type. Are you reading the trap, or are you just sort of giving a call up prior to it even happening? And offsides is better than a turnover. It is, but it's still a failed attempt. Like every puck possession, like it's kind of like in football. If you're gonna keep relating it to that, you throw it away instead of throwing it for an interception, right? Like you don't throw it to somebody, or you throw it to where it's not going to be catchable, and then you live to fight another down. The problem is you only have so many downs to gain the first down, obviously, right? So eventually, if you keep on going outside, you know, because you're not making the right passes, or you're trying to find somebody else that's open, I mean, eventually it's just going to catch up to you. You're not going to be able to score. You're not going to be able to have enough offensive zone time. Did notice a lot to help breakouts through the middle rather than staying on the right side. Come through a neutral zone. Works better for centers to call their cut. Okay. But like... Right, so like that would give me more options, right? So I could go through the middle here if I'm a defenseman, and I could say green cut in. So I can work it to the opposite side of where I'm typically at, right? Go here, cut, But then what if I'm trying to find a board play? Like if I go here, I would have to, if I'm going to find a boards, I would have to somehow cut and then find the boards at the last second. Left wing is an option, then yes, especially early. Well, right, like, yeah. So like in display, yeah, I mean, green's open. You could have found him. But I mean, like, you wouldn't do it every play though, right? To go right down the middle and then try to find some kind of cut. Because also, again, there's options where you could tell a winger to cut in and then you cut it, or then you stay outside. So that's the second period. Yeah, trying to have fun, but all right, let's see here. Honestly, I should be looking at how these guys are breaking it in. I mean, they went DDD a couple times. I don't even think he gave a call out there. Like, some of these other break-ins is just kind of like, hey, they're just making passes back and forth. Like, it didn't even look like there was even a call there. Yeah, see, this is that move. First of all, I need to figure out how to do this. It's like a quick LT pivot move. So like the little LT Mohawk move, whatever it's called. He goes in, he brings it to this side, and he sort of gets a slingshot animation. Like, he does it to try to get on the inside of a defensive very quickly. Here I had a lot of time to walk it, man. And that's just, again, offensive zone sight. Like, patience. Problem is, too, man, like, it's tough, man. If I was on lower ping, it would be a lot easier to control the puck. I'm thinking I have limited time because I mean, for one, I don't control the puck enough in the offensive zone, right? So, like, when the few times I do get it, I'm not exactly super confident with it. Because it's like, I'm not even warmed up to controlling the puck like that. But there, it's like I had a lot of time to get it and move. Yeah, see, that's... Yeah, like, that's really good from Teal there. And that's kind of what I was talking about, where he goes in to cut in for green, and then he goes wide with it. And then he sort of pulls up, allows himself to dangle in and find an option. Saw a YouTube video on it the other day. Of what? Hang on. Alright. Here. Oh, the LT boost? Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I know how to do it. I mean, I've actually done a video on it too, but it's just a matter of, like, those quicker moves. Is like, I don't do it enough as a forward, and I don't know when to do it. But it's kind of just based off, you know, as soon as I get the puck, I would have to be able to, like, put those inputs in quick. Yeah, so this is, again, I could tell that this other guy doesn't call it out. He's not, there's no way he's calling it out. He's not saying, hey, I'm going to skate it in. What he's doing, he's just improvising. Nobody else is really giving a decisive cut anyway. Unless it was, well, actually, maybe there could be a call out there. So there are some plays where you could tell you could have a play where, you know, you're going down the middle. You could tell red to cut one way, I'm going to carry the opposite way. So you could say red cut right, in this case if it was flipped around. Red cut right, I'm carrying left. And that's kind of what that is. It's like a deception where he's going to cut that way, knock go offside, and then the puck here is going to, you know, take it in that way. But yeah, like how often though are you going to carry it through the middle versus on your same side? Like if it's going to be a full reset and you're not like pressured to one side. Isolates the defending center to make a decision on your C or to step. Well, technically on an ideal world, right? Nice. Shouldn't it be like... Shouldn't the center just follow the center and then the defense take the defenseman? Or does that not really make much sense? Because like if a center's seeing that, that should be a read that he's making. It's like, all right, this guy's... Like, you would have to be in tune with your two defensemen and based on who you're going to follow. Should be an easy entry if they stay outside. That was a decent break-in. Quick back the other way. Anchor the middle. Back check support. Anchor the middle again. Shot. And that's just tough. I mean... Shot there. I mean, I don't know. I could try to stick tie the guy. Or body check him. He wins the puck battle. He got the bounce that he wanted to. D has to take whoever goes deep. Wingers aren't open because D and wings waiting for the boards to lock it down. Could have wrap it there. Yeah, I think I could have found green. But like, see what I'm trying to do is quickly turn. Yeah, green was wide open for days. But it's like, they get the nudge. This winger gets a freaking nudge on me when I'm facing the other, when I'm moving away from them. Okay. How do you even explain that? First of all, that should be a cross check. Because he flicked up twice. Look. Flicked up. Then he did it again. Literally simultaneously. How is... The amount of times I get called for a cross-check and the guy will change his animation to actually cross-check because I did it twice in a row. This guy did it twice in a row and he didn't get called for it. And he gets a powerful-ass hit on me as I'm moving away from him. And he's a winger. What do you do? Is that ping? Is that just I'm not skilled enough with the freaking button? Or with the freaking joystick? With the timing? Like, how do you even explain that? Like, that's what I'm losing to. This is why I don't control the puck that long, because I know I'm not going to get the freaking animations correctly. I'm not going to get the overpowered animations that's going to help me. It's freaking ridiculous. $82 balance and 93 agility helps.
Yeah, I can show the build though.
Yeah, but I don't even know. I've got 79 balance
On like every
and 95 agility,
he's got something special.
which is typically what everybody else runs too. Like those few extra points, I don't know if that's going to really make that much of a difference. Especially like, again, for me, like there's no way White Chocolate has, like, I don't even know why is that his name. There's no way that this winger has like better body checking, right? As like a winger. You tell me for a defenseman having 82 balance, so like what's your height and weight then? You 180? I just feel like I would be too slow. don't need 95. I mean, it's just kind of tough because, you know, you got everybody else running it. Now, I could always give it a try, but I don't know how effective it'd be. At that point, why don't I just run two-way defenseman or a two-way forward then? Because I could run two-way forward, have 93 agility. I'd have a better play style. 93 speed. Unless the 94 makes more sense, you know, the PMD. Like, that's the problem. If a bigger build would help in this situation, then the two-way or then the PMD wouldn't make sense for me. But then everybody else gets away with it. You know what I mean? And you look at my ping, 34, 30, you know, 50. But the same, the balance feels better, less bumps. I don't know. I feel like it's more based on ping, man. Because there's certain games where I feel like I can get a nudge on anybody. And then there's other times where I can't hit a soul. And they just negate everything. And it doesn't really follow any particular, like it's not the build that's doing it. In some cases. I feel like having more speed, if I'm going to be the guy that's going to control the puck one day. You know what I mean? What's up, Hannah? I'm gonna be so honest. What the hell's that, man? Gotta get ready for my game soon? Alright, man. I appreciate you stopping in here, Zach. Yeah, here I'm like skating around like I'm friggin' like my head's cut off. Like there's no format to how I'm skating right now. I know they're trying to cherry pick too. I mean, we're in a prime spot to win this game. We just didn't get the puck down low. Insane, bro. Now hard skate full speed behind your center. Call a cut, hit him if he's open. If not, skate the other way. Either skate it or hit winger. Then if you skate it in, make a right play. It's not rocket science. Depends on the try, bro. I don't know. You're gonna skate it every time down the middle. So I'll send you my build on Discord. Somebody outside. Yeah, but yeah, you're gonna do it every single time. You have three options, so that's an every single time play. If they traveling, yeah. So you have three options. Got it off other LGHL guys. How many run the build? Because every single defenseman is running a 160. Problem is too, if you're constantly going right down the middle, they could just anchor themselves down the middle. It's not like it becomes more open. And depending on the wings, if they're covering inside, then the wingers are never going to be open. Unless you just have god tier puck control ability. Like if it's done every single time, I just don't think, I don't see how that's going to be effective. Alright, so we got second game here. Yeah, I just got freaking cone. I struggle breakouts too. Don't worry. Not every time, but a good amount of. So when don't you then? If it's a trap. Because that's what I don't... I'm not... It's not making sense. Like what should be the read that you make at the end of, you know, certain break-ins? Like what intel should you be getting? Like if it's, and I'm just speaking trap itself, because we know how a trap looks like. In this case here, like this guy's read is going to be, he's going to skate here. He's going to wait for, I don't even know who the center is. Whoever the center is. I mean, like what kind of luck was that? The guy takes a slap shot off the boards. Obviously here we're just gonna send it up. Like that's just basic, you know. We're not gonna complicate it too much. I mean, defensively, we're, I don't know, okay, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how I'm like missing these hits. Even in this case here, like this should be an easy hit. It's like the pull; they become invulnerable. Like, he pulls to his backhand. For some reason, this is like a golden animation where they just like, this is perfect lined up. No reason I bounce off him. And it's just, I get to him and miss. It just doesn't make sense. Dude, that's, alright, yeah, I was calling this out when I was playing last night. There's when I should have went for the hit, but I mean, it didn't really result in anything. So it didn't matter. I mean, technically, I don't have to. I could choose to go for the hit. Here, I'm trying to stick with, but again, it pulls away from me. And that's like... That's where I was talking about going closer to the guy instead of being more in front of him. I don't know. Able to still get it from the back check. Try to send it up. Playing middle. Got to work it back to red. Work it to me. So this is where I should be going. Right down the middle here, and then based on where red is going, I go the opposite way, and then either hit winger late, center late, or skate it. I mean, technically, boards was open. But that's where I already called green to cut in. I think I said it right here. So he heard it, cuts in. I mean, technically it's not bad, but it's just insane, man. Another quick transition. In front. Sword side. Side by side with him.
I got pulled into that. Didn't flip out.
Yeah, we lost it a lot near the point. I mean, that's kind of tough, man. I know he's trying to make a pass, but like this puts us in a really tough spot. I know it's kind of, you know, you can blame defense for not being back, but like, why? Because like, there's some times where, you know, a lot of forwards will pull up like this and find the opposite defensive coming in. Teal's also thinking since he's pulling up, I can go down low for him and maybe he'll find him there. Maybe he could find, I mean, he's got the option. I don't know if he just couldn't pull the trigger quick enough, but I mean, what do you do, right? Yeah, that's just ridiculous. So they get it. He's getting pressured, so now he has to move away from the pressure. Everybody also is going in on that. I mean, kind of tough. This is where, again, like, I'm in front of him, and it's this pull motion away. He just stops up, allows me to just, and I just go right by him. There, I was thinking I was going to get the puck, because he actually made the pass, goes off my foot, and I'm like, all right, maybe I get it. And then I didn't get it, and now all of a sudden there's so much space created. Again, this is when we broke down a little bit before. You would expect somebody to be here. Somebody has to, right? Like, in the case here as well, like, if this guy were to drive in, you got Teal closing that off. Somebody's got to be right to this guy in front. Even if, you know, like, you could say, hey, I can get that puck sooner. And if I did, it wouldn't be even a conversation, but it's, you know, it's that and the guy in the middle is open. I don't know how else to really play that. Here, we might as well just rotate it back, but somehow got in. Playing hot potato with it. Only have one shot in period. I mean, yeah, like, more of a reset, I guess. If I skate down the middle, I don't even know if I gave a call or not. But, like, that should have been a pass then to red, technically. Yeah, I just keep missing these hits. I mean, it's insane how many times I'm trying to line up a hit. I know there technically is a bad one, but it's just like not even like a slight animation of anything. And I'm trying to be more pressure as we move in. Quick send up. Able to get it off the 50-50 in front, and we're just missing it. I mean, again,
You cut in and out mostly.
the thing is too, if I go down the middle, I eliminate a potential D to D pass. He goes here, he cuts left. I mean, try to cut right. I'm stopping because I gave an in and out call, which technically worked, but then we get nudged quickly. Quick give and go, able to go in. Down low. Get back to the point. Across for... Okay, someone blocks that.
I go through
There we go, D to D, and it works. And we go in and score.
I go through
See, it's kind of weird because, like, again, there's got to be some kind of... I mean, that only works because, hey, we didn't do it, and this guy was thinking he was going to get it, so he gets obliterated. And then he goes in, finds it. But, like, again, like, that's from me not going down the middle then. You know? If I were to always go down the middle and then give some kind of call to red and then skate whatever other way... Am I just subjected to not ever give a call to the winger unless I intended on skating that direction? Or like I say, hey, blue cut in, I'm going to skate this direction. That would be, again, going towards my lane. It would have to be some kind of mix. I go here every time. Again, this is more simplified. It's probably... I don't need to be like doing those types of plays every time then. Yeah, I was like trying to move. Yeah, my guy's just, I don't know. That was freaking weird. How slow that was.
cut in and out.
Yeah, this is... I think
Cut in and out.
maybe I just didn't say clear enough or something, but I was saying for green to cut in and out there. He had to stop because he was essentially going to go outside, but I was waiting for the cut back. He didn't do it. I don't know if he just didn't hear me. Or if he even knows that call out. And we're still able to get it off a quick transition. Alright, let's see how these guys break it out then.
So that people are on the same page.
I mean, we're just four-tracking, so like, there's no need to even give a call out for them. Wow. Back the other way. He's got it again. Quick transition. So 2 goals for blue on a quick transition.
That's the thing.
3 goals actually, but one of them was off our break-in.
I don't think there is a...
Yeah, we keep pressing this, and he's just skating. I don't even think these other guys are giving a call out. They're just simply taking what's there. So we're pressing. He's gonna skate, and then find a guy last second. He's able to get in. Unless you're making, I mean, I don't know. It's not something I can. And that's the thing too. Like I never really was reading. Like we didn't really have pressure. So like pressure against us. So like technically any call off from us would have, you know, potentially been an option to work. It's not like I give a call, then all of a sudden they're pressing me, and then all of a sudden I never, you know, I have to give it out quick or do something completely different. Anything technically would have worked. It's like the teams that do eventually press us. That's where it was always tougher for me to play. Like again, like they're just trapping here. So I can skate it, find it last second. I guess is that what Hannah, you're trying to say if you're still here? One of these plays where like I'm not really giving a call out, and then I just take what's there. Either I skate it or I pass it, based on just how I moved on that play. So it's still a weird cut though, but like again, it's not really for red to sort of be an option. It also takes away green as a potential option, but it's still 3 options in, right? Which is what I was talking about earlier. Whether it's me being an option to skate it or not, the ideal break-in, you'd want to have at least 3 options. Just like if it's a quick transition as well, three lanes being filled quickly. Break-in's essentially no different then. Yeah, here it's just kind of tough because you don't have like speed. It would have to be like one cut in. You know? Like these standstill type like receptions are just not going to work. Here we're pressing again. So we're not trapping. So the other team doesn't really even have to give a call out. Like they're going to have to just take what's there. Sees green. Yep, we're going to go right back the other way. And now he's getting pressured. And now it should just be man-to-man coverage at that point. They go around the outside. But that's just what a forecheck does, right? It's not a guaranteed, like, we're going to get it. What the forecheck does is just try to apply enough pressure. But, like, that would mean, all right, press, you know, man-to-man, man-to-man, man-to-man. As we press, took one guy out. You're left with more ice, but less space to actually work with. But one missed coverage from us is all it takes for them to get into the zone and set something up. So unless we're tight, super tight, and we stick the lift and we get that puck instantly, you know, now you risk them having the outside to set up their offensive zone cycle or off the rush play. And that's exactly what they did. So now they can set up a cycle based on our forecheck. I mean, we're down in the game, so that makes sense, right? But it's, I mean, first, it's early in the third. You don't really need to do that unless, you know, if you're down by 1, you only really do it with like 10 minutes left. Or maybe sometime before then, but like... Let me try to find that. Trying to set up something. You must never go D to D at center ice. Go right, that normally happens at your blue if it's going to be a play. All right, but like you're also trying to like deceive them too. So the reason I sometimes pass late like that, obviously it's just a quick give and go just to go up. But like sometimes the DDD pass is called. The reason we go for that is because the reason I pass late is because we're trying to find the opposite winger that might have more space because everybody shifted to our side. You know, that's why I think the last game when we did it, it was perfect because everybody was always shifting over to our side, to whoever had the puck. Therefore, that opens up more space. It's just one of those like plays where I wouldn't be going, you know, ideally right down the center of the ice or right through the middle. And I would have to be anchored more to my side for that to open up. But it's just, I don't want to be like super damn predictable if like, hey, if we go D to D and then, you know, because I'm not going normally down the middle. Yeah, this team can't set up their normal break-ins. If any type of call, it has to be all like improvised because of how the wingers are pushing. I mean, we're down again, so that's why we're pushing. It just seems like even on like the game was tied or something, that we're still playing the same way. I think I just waited too long to make that pass to him. Or I could have skated, I guess. See, if I did that same move that these other guys do, I probably could have skated in. I had a lot of speed. If I did one of those like LT pivot turns and then just darted to try to slingshot, I could have probably found that left gap there. I tried to make a pass to Red because he was ahead of me and I didn't want him to go offside. Yeah, it's all banked on the fact that you don't have fours that go offside. Quick option there. We go outside. Perfect example of the space in the middle.
What's up, Demon? Your game looks so smooth, responsive at the worst input line. Well, what's your paint everywhere?
I was gonna blast that guy too. They were anchored to that side because of the pressure, able to still get in. Try the middle. Try to find, I think, the 1-2 there for green. Outside, outside. Nice. Able to get that. So let's see how they do it. Well, we're not even like in a trap though. Like that's the thing. I'm trying to look at like, all right, this is what he can make that pace easy because there was no trap. Like we're not even holding the blue line. The 4-4 game. We're still not holding blue line. You know what I really need to look at? And I'm still waiting for the footage to come in. I really need to look at top esports teams. I didn't even get a chance to look at Caps Gaming finals. It was a 4-0 sweep, so like it's not really the best to look at, I guess. It's like dominant to one side. But that's just, oh my god. Yeah, that's just insane, to be honest with you. I don't know how you even describe the defense's coverage. I try to do my best to stop anything short side, cutting through the middle. I mean, I'm also banking on where Blue's going. He applies pressure sometimes. Like, me and him are switching. We have Red also be super aggressive, so it's like a rotation for Blue. We're trying to stop the two guys there. I'm trying to just push. In an ideal world, if we had another player try to bull rush the guy, like we just never really applied any pressure when we needed to. That's kind of the problem there. Like if you notice, like whenever there is an extra guy, the third guy is not going in for the hit. Like we have the numbers there. In this case, if you're Red, I don't know, you can maybe blast them because we do have the inside covered. You know, Blues essentially was playing the support factor for Red if he wanted to be the primary guy to push that. It's like a mini rotation. you know, and I'm trying to just play to the middle. I see what is there, and I'm in technically a good spot to stop a shot. Stick is there. It's just tough. I don't know. One of those where it's like we had a lot of weird mini rotations, but nobody really was pressing the play. And then they eventually find a 1T wide. And then I miss a fucking point blank 1T. How do you get more wide open than this and just miss it? I mean, there's no way I missed that.
Wow. You can't make that shit up.
You literally can't make it up.
I mean, how fucking wide open do you need it to be? How wide open do you need it to be? What did it hit?
I'm thinking, did it hit a stick?
It hit nothing.
I don't think it hit anything.
Decided to go right.
Is it making the assumption that it hit somebody's stick? Because I don't even think it did. It was moving like it was gonna go in, and then eventually, you see how it it seemed like it moved slightly to the right.
You can't make that shit up.
Yeah, I was pissed. Then I was looking at the film. This one's a quicker game.
Yeah. Let's see, like that. I don't like those when you're playing defense. You can't just there.
This is what I'm saying. Like, this is why we're giving the puck up. Like, we're not staying on side here. I mean, I don't know what else could be said there. Like, this is where this is the reason why I don't skate it in. Because that's no call out from Teo. That should have been him in. For just being frank with you. Like, breakouts only work as well. And I mean, that's piss poor on me. But like, where else do you want me to go? Where else do you want me to go? I would have to skate it in myself again. Or attempt to. Or wait. But if I don't get rid of the puck, we're offside again. Because of the freaking trajectory of where we're going. If I didn't make that pass, he's already offside. He already is. Red may have even followed them. I don't know. What do you want me to do? Dump it in? Like, in order for breakouts to be seamless, like, and set up for defensemen to actually control it, the forwards have to stay inside. I mean, you absolutely have to. If I'm a forward, every time I go offside, I always blame myself. I'm like, I shouldn't have even gone offside. Even if we think we're open, there has to be some level of control at the last second. There has to be, especially with these lower ping guys. There's absolutely zero excuse for that. If I want to be absolutely honest, like, once you get to this level, it should just be automatic. And then here's that little LT move again, which is actually really good. I have to start doing that. I have to learn how to do it. Like, it's not hard for me to do it. I mean, I've already done it, but like, it's just I don't have the muscle memory to do it like live. You know what I mean? Fast paced. That's the main problem. We stress the offside, so I'm forced to wait. And that's the thing, like, we got to this point, we already lost 2 games, so we're like not even really giving a fuck anymore. I don't even know what happened here. Where, I don't even know how you explain that. I don't really understand the coverage either. Because, like, ideally you would play 1 forward high, right? In this case, you would have, I guess, well, you wouldn't technically want red to be the high forward pressuring the point. You would want somebody else, either, you know, whoever has the worst defensive awareness, right, for that stat, because they're not trying to intercept pucks. You want red, since he's the center, he's going to have probably higher defensive awareness. You don't want him to be the one pressuring. You want him to be in the slot, playing the spot. So red, you ideally want here. You know, I'm going to be where I'm at. Technically, is fine. So red could be, you know, could have been on this guy. You would have the high forward pressuring there. Teal would be, or I guess whoever's playing left D, which wasn't decided, would be on this guy, and I'm here on this guy, right? So like that's, somebody has to be on. There's just nobody. I don't know. Yeah. There wasn't any synchronicity there. What's up, legend? Slap shot around the boards or hit teal. Outside of that, the forwards need to crisscross rotating sides rather than take a straight line. It's not so much a straight line. A slap shot play, you would ideally want to call that out, but you wouldn't do it every play. The forwards, it's not that they're straight lining. It's they're straight lining to gain speed, and then they make a cut. So that was fine. I think that's where I called an in cut. But here's what I don't really like either. I don't actually like this play. I think every time I had the puck here, red was always on the far side of me, and he was always like just cutting like that. That's not really. It's not that they're gonna, but either way, again, they're gonna stay on their side like this till they get to the red line. That's their ideal, like, point, right? They start behind the blue in the ideal world. When we reset, they go straight, and then they either cut, right? You either cut there, you can go down the middle, you can cut there, straight, or cut there like that. So like there's so many options. There's 5 lanes that could be filled by the forwards. Center has the most. The wingers have 2, either an in or a board play. And then technically, based on a defenseman's route, he could go in any of these lanes. So for me, the 4 lanes that I could potentially have would be, if I went in the same lane as red, I could cut either left, I could go down the middle, or I could cut right, based on where red goes, where the trap ends up, where I'm pressured. Or I could, you know, if I were to go this direction, I would have those 3 lanes. If I cut this direction, I would have potentially an outside play. And this is ideally the lanes that would be open. But this is why I think it's so crucial for red to be down the middle. Unless he's being pressured by the center to be, you know, on either side of him. I don't see a reason why red would have to be, like, on a different path. Because, again, it's to gain the most amount of speed so that you can cut in the direction that you want to cut. So that you can deceive the forwards to thinking you're going to go one way, then you go the other. Or you cut, you think you're going to go straight, then you cut left or right. Whatever that is. And then usually it's from a call out made from the defenseman. In this case here, I think I gave an in cut. This is all based on the fact that we would have to have... I mean, this isn't even a good trap from them. They're not even trapping. Not really. Could have found green, if anything. But I already gave an in. I already gave an in for blue. So the other 2 guys are not going to go offside. But see, this is the thing. When we didn't give a call out, we went offside. When we did give a call out, they don't go offside. This is why we give a call out. It has to be a direct call out. And now here we go again. I think I wanted to cut. See, this is where I wanted red to go cut right. This is where I should just keep skating. He's already going this way. I should just keep going this way. And then either find red if he's going to cut here, here, blue, wherever it may be. Or potentially dump the puck in. Or like a little sauce on the corner. But I would have to call that out. Because otherwise blue would just stop. Right? So if you're going to give any dump in play, there has to be a call for that. You can't just simply send it in and hope that somebody's going to go and get it. because these guys are prone to stop too. So like you see, Red was going to be the guy if he was to get it. He would be the guy to go in. Everybody else has already stopped at the blue line. Yep, and the pressure there. So from another defenseman perspective, he's getting pressured. He should have already sent that puck to this guy, who could then find this guy cutting in. That would have been bang bang right down the middle and breakaway if it was done very, very quickly. Or maybe not. Maybe it just looked like that since it was fast. Right there, you can make a pass. And then Red actually would have been on him, so maybe not. I think I did have green there. Right here. Yeah, green's wide open, dude. Oh my gosh. I mean, blue. I sent it down the middle, both of them. Rebound, you might be able to get it. Green's still wide open. And I knew it too, but I already freaking released the puck. I got a penalty there from the charge. So again, this is yeah, one guy pressuring. You know, I'm just sort of, yeah, we're in the lane there. It's perfectly fine. I don't know how I'm missing these hits, dude. This is another time where I feel like I have a good angle. I'm closing him down, and my guy just goes and shoves his shoulder and misses completely. I don't know how to freaking play that. Like, give me something. Or maybe I shouldn't even go for the big charge hit. Should I just go for a simple nudge? There's no guarantees of getting it, dude. That's what I don't like. Sends it right down the middle. It goes off a teal sticking in. Like, he's just trying to play defense. And, I mean, that's unavoidable. It would have to be decided from me going for the hit. Have to be... I stop it before it even happens, or I hold the stick out. But the reason we don't hold our stick out is because then he could pull it, and you know, again, he gets stopped. Teal was already kind of all over the place with his stick. Then he eventually gets it. How do I miss that? That's actually kind of ridiculous sometimes.
They like pull it and they're just immune.
And that's what this is what looks better too here. Because again, ideally, we've had this look on the opposite side too, where Teal's staying over the top, or I stay over the top on this side, and they just pull up. So where we go flying because we're anticipating, we're trying to stop them from going right down the boards, right? He does the same thing. He tries to stick lift, but now Red actually goes for this hit, which I never see that on the opposite side. Maybe because like the play just looks different. He finally goes for the hit. Like the last game, we never saw that. And the pulls, and there's a pull up, and then he finds the guy right down the middle. Like I just don't. Yeah, it's just weird. Like
they like pull it and they're just
even the defense, at least in this point in time, like it's not consistent. I mean, that play was good, right? But it's just we didn't see that all night on the opposite side, where I would have somebody support me on the boards there and hit the guy. Did I miss this? Wait. One timer. Probably didn't even need to take the 1T, but I'm just like, I have a gold one, or a silver 1T on. Let me have. Yeah, I mean, I probably could have just controlled it. I had a lot of time. See, I don't have enough patience even with the puck and the offensive zone. You're very good at knowledgeable at defense. You just need to take charge more on offensive zone entries if you dislike what you see. Again, the reason I'm not confident with the puck is because if I give a call out, then it would have to go to that guy. If I dislike what I see, we go offside. If I don't make the pass, we go offside. That's been the story. Yep, I just get fucked up there. Like, I know exactly I should be more patient here. It's just at this point in time, it's like... I'm not even, like, being as patient as I usually am, you know? I'm already kind of just tilted, full on tilted. Which I'm not usually. You know, this is, you know, Anna Show 25. Welcome. Yeah, this is crazy. How, like, I could go for a skate here. Like, I should be allowed to, but ideally, because it's a 4-on-4, you know, I don't have to swing this up quick. And that's the thing. I'm swinging it up. It's just so crazy, the timing where he just gets hit and he's not able to make a pass right away. I mean, that's technically on me. Could have found green maybe wide, right? Because, like, there's so much space there. I think I was trying. I'm not even sure if I was trying to go to him or not. But I figured both options were technically open at that time. It was just like it took too long for me to get to that point. But again, like, there's nothing wrong for me going for a skate here. So what? I take a few, like, 3 strides and then shoot? Or and then pass? It's just crazy, that timing, dude. No way this guy is, like, lining up the hit. He's like, yeah, I know he's gonna make this pass, so I'm gonna go and confront him. Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, right. How does he know? It's just insane, dude. Like, that's the luck that we had. 4 for 4 shots, game over, see you. You know what I mean? That's the best anticipation that I've ever seen. And this isn't you, it's them. I played hockey at the highest level all the way through college. I understand it's a video game, but at the end of the day, it's a team sport and transitioning throughout. All right, I mean, like, I don't... Hockey, I mean, I feel like real hockey would be different. I mean, I mean, obviously, for me, I haven't played full hockey, like real hockey, but I know the video game is obviously different from that. Like, in an ideal world, a lot of dump and chases would be happening, right? But we just don't do that here. Like, even in something like this, a simple rush could either be, you know, sending it to green or like a little flip into the corner, right? Like, that would be ideally, like, I would get to the red line, dump it in, and have these guys go and get it, right? Like, if we're gonna dump this puck, like, that would be what ideally would take place. You know, it's just this is a video game, we're gonna carry it every single time. Yeah, that was that. Game takes everybody. Is I before knew some games were defense. Our defense was gonna need to carry our entries as we played a lot of trap style defense. But yeah, like, that's what I'm like. Should this have been more of a carry from me, or should I have just found green? Because, like, this setup here, you wouldn't dream that we would somehow lose it and it'd go the other way for a backdoor tavern. Like, you wouldn't look at it and actually make that call. Like, that wouldn't be the inference. Oh, this is 4-on-4. It should be, you know, somewhat of an easy entry. 5-on-4, technically, because we have Thielen ahead of the other guy. It's just crazy, the puck luck, dude. And it's not even puck luck. Crazy how the play unfolded. Like, I don't even think I made a solid breakout pass all game there. But that's the thing. Even if it's green or not, like, yeah, ideally green is more wide open. But this is, if you're talking about it from fast play perspective, you would think that red is also open, right? Gonna get it, find it to me. I would say, yeah, I was already gearing up to make the pass to red. You would think he's open. It goes back the other way, quick bang, back to red. Yeah, but that's the thing. Even if that's the case, I'm already deciding to make a pass now. The input lag takes place, and then I pass. Even this looks more open. It's the fact that this guy stepped, is that he didn't continue to go back. That ultimately changes everything as well. If this center did not move from where he was, and he stayed, or he continued to backpedal, an easy quick give and go would have taken place and we would have gotten in. Potentially Red could have even gotten in himself. Who knows? It's the fact that he stepped as the pass was going by, because he's not already moving towards them. You see, he's still not moving towards them. Now, as he gets the puck, he's moving towards them, and he already pressured him. Like, if you look at it fast paced, you would think that he's open. It's the fact, you know. It's just crazy ass luck, dude. I don't know. Crazy timing of everything, man. It's like timing. I don't know what to tell you. What's up, folks? Most of the goals were scored on you guys were a little lucky too. I mean, yeah. I mean, the guy sent it from the corner and it goes in. I think. What was second goal? Oh, that was the second goal. What was the first goal? Well, that wide that's open. Second goal was just kind of weird. The hell happened here? I mean, this, I don't know. They're not really lucky. It's just we're not covering it. And it's off of weird, like... It's off just weird bounces. And I'm like stepping there. Ideally, I shouldn't even be stepping. But like, you would think that based on where I'm going... You know? You would have that kind of rotation back. Because he was already moving back. This is like, it's just so weird, man. I go in. No, that has to be Red continuously moving back. He's got to be able to help. Where did Green go? Or just puck watching? I don't know. I mean, this shouldn't have been Teal going for, you know, covering him himself. We should have had a back check help on that. But it's like, we had three guys go for the puck carrier. Like in this case here, it's like, all right, we have the support. We have 3 guys, and they have 2. Green light. All I see is green light for me to go. Right? Now all of a sudden, it's 2 guys ahead of 1. Oh no, I guess this guy was already back here. Hang on. Is that why I didn't see? Okay, yeah. No. Yeah, no, we're fine. Yeah. Took 2 guys out. Now it's 2-on-1. Basically. And Green's there, back checking. I don't know what you would... I think in this case, like any back check that would take place high, you would have to just take who the high guy is. You know, I'm almost there in play, but how is it that I eventually become in line with where, and I was the guy who went for the hit? How did I beat Red here? Hang on, where did Red go? How am I already ahead of Red again? I don't know what to say, man. Got it, bro. Keep your head the hell high and keep playing your game. I don't know, bro. I got to figure out something. It's not working. Because this is 2 weeks. Like, yeah, last week we won all 3 games, but I was like the least guy contributing to those games. I remember the Kings game, that clapper from the point gets blocked, and then the player, oh yeah, gets it right in front, scores. I mean, yeah, that's luck, but like, why are we shot blocking too? Like, if you've noticed, that was like a shot block. And then the guy picks it up with nobody there to contest, and that play was completely red. Once he's seen you step, he continues to back check. Yeah, like, it should be a seamless transition. Oh, this is too like we played with this guy. Hang on, for week 1, we played with Red. We played with this guy at playing center. The last couple weeks we had him play winger. He's more of a winger to me than I think he is a center. I think I made that comment in week 1 because I was also pissed then because I wasn't able to talk to the guys. Nobody joined the call. That's something I didn't really piece together either. Like, and see, this is the thing. I'm not seeing the stuff live, man. Unless I'm putting my focus on it, it just completely misses me. Like, even like where he's taking the routes, like here he's finally going down the middle. But even like before, like he was going this direction, then cutting here, then it's like he never had a straight line to a cut play. He never had that. He never had that unless I told him to do it. You know what I mean? So like, it kind of was weird to play with Red. With where he was, he usually, I don't know why he wasn't. I think we were gonna have both blue and red switch, but we ended up having this lineup. I don't understand why he was playing center, unless he just wanted to play center.
I don't think I can hit a breakout pass this time.
I didn't. But I didn't even piece that together until now. So I think, yeah, we go back to week 1. Let's go back here for a second. I think I was pissed off at what was going on. Because we have Crunchy playing center. Had a different forward core. I played on a completely different line. Yeah, I was kind of not very happy with this game. Or with these games. If we went with week 4, I believe he's playing wing. Yeah, now he's playing wing. We had somebody else play center. We still had same winger or same left winger. Play with a different. No, we had the same. Teal and green are the same. We have now the center of last night now playing wing. We had somebody else playing center, and you know it looked a lot better. What game should I look at here? Because I feel like this could be a different story. I think we won all these games too. I mean, I think we went 3-0. Unless that was the week before or like in week 3 or something. Cause he definitely is more of a winger than he is a center, in my opinion. This is game 1. (3-3). We eventually won in overtime. Columbus.
Do you have to show this? They got enough.
Well, you already seen me beat there. I'm still fucking selling. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, this is just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm not confident. Apparently, in these games, I could tell I'm not confident to just play back and take what comes my way. I'm trying to be super tight for some reason. Like, I'm trying to play super tight to this guy in case he wanted to make that pass so we can keep the puck in. Or I can close the lane off very quickly. I'm not playing basic, just bail out and then take what comes my way and just, you know. Like, I don't know why I'm playing so aggressive at the blue line of the opposing blue line. I'm not even like attempting to just play back.
Here's over, like, ain't gonna show anybody that shit.
Now let's see how we break it out here. Man, in and out. Yeah, I'm still doing the same. Like, my main anchor point is finding the winger for some reason. And based on, if I were to go based off a read, these guys are anchored middle, so either a board play or an in and out here would work, or potential cut in. I work it wide. Like, he's following him. Imagine if I was already skating right, you know what I mean? I would already be in. That's just based off if I wanted to read the play, but like, you couldn't give, yeah, there'd be no way to give a call out based on the trap itself. Like, you would have to give it early, like here. Like, there's no way to determine whether a certain trap look or a certain break-in is actually going to work from a read play. It would have to be like I call out based on a read. It would have to be a call out blindly, then read. There's no other way to say it. I mean, there just isn't. And if I were to try to carry it, it would have to be more improvised. Like, again, they would have to be, these guys don't go offside, and I just shimmy shank to get in. You know, it was actually not a bad play there. But that's what I'm seeing. Like, yeah, and this is, I don't even think I gave a call there. I don't think so, but this is the same idea. So exactly what I was saying. Now the winger was a little bit too, he did get faked there just for a step, and that's enough for me to go in. Then I try to find a back door, goes off the freaking guy's skate. Like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. That would have been amazing, honestly. So quick, get in as quick as we can, pull up, back door, bang. So there's the options there. That's on that. Take it back again. This time I allow Tio to call it. Which he's not even, I don't really think Bro's even giving calls. I do remember him not really saying anything. I mean, here you could tell red cut right. Which, I mean, not really needed, right? Because he's able to get in. I don't understand. For winger's perspective, is it hard to cover the wing? Like, outside leverage, is it really hard to play man-to-man there? Like, I don't, again, for somebody who doesn't play wing that much, is that something that's really that difficult to play? Or is it just because, like, that's not really what they think the trap is? Or is it just they don't have the defensive talent to stay with them? I don't understand really what these guys do. Like, what is the purpose of that? Why isn't he just here? And then Bro goes here, cuts in, and now the defenseman takes him. You know, like, I just don't. And then center on center, wherever he goes, the center goes. If, let's say, the center goes the opposite way, then that center can pull off and support the defenseman. Now you have the support factor of that, and you have these guys still here. I don't get, how does this happen from a trap perspective? Both, like, almost every team that we play sort of has some kind of, like, weird trap formation. How, is that difficult to play? It's not even like he's getting beat off a cut. He's just simply skating. Like, what's up, Canucks fan? Like, I don't. It's something I just don't get. I'm all over the place here, but now I try to reestablish. You have the inside covered. It's not here. I mean, yeah, he had nobody open. Green far side, I guess, but he's gonna reverse it. I'm surprised we don't see that more. That's a penalty. Yeah, why? I don't even understand it. What's the like? I mean, I guess, right? Teams want to pressure more. Because I mean, this is more LG, right? So like, I guess full like trap defenses constantly don't seem like that's the main idea. Even like how we line up is just, there's not really like a strategy behind it either, where it's like the blue line. Like there's no concept of who should be where, right? It's just kind of like a cover a lane. We have a high forward pressuring. We have two high forwards technically. He's trying to just straight line. Yeah, that's how this guy plays though. If you notice, just gotta go straight, holds the, or presses the reverse hit button, right? And that's how he charges up the freaking wall. Yeah, so we had a 5 minute, right? Let's just... They tie it up. Let's just look at the goals there. Yeah, I'm just not playing it right. So I should be more stationary. Just where I'm like, these unnecessary movements are taking place here. So, in case this guy's staying high, that was kind of the reason why I was trying to move forward for like a 1T, right? There's nobody else there to cover that, so that would be me. Like if he wanted to stay high here, that's why I'm getting baited on that. And then he goes here, so then I had to go back the other way, and I'm not set anymore. Yeah, it's just I'm not moving quick enough. I would have to put my body in front of him if I could, but he could also reactive action around that. And it's just an unnecessary type of poke there too. Like I'm just sort of like, it's not just the games we lose, it's even the games that we win. There's that same LT pivot move to try to cut in. You see a full reset. Here I'm going to go up because, well, not anymore. It does seem kind of sloppy in a way, don't it? Like there's not really any clean entries. There's not really... it's not, we're not getting the shots that we want off correctly. 2 goals apiece on 4 shots apiece. Crazy. Let's see, how did we trap? Like, this should be a perfect trap formation. Or I guess maybe not. Quick transition up. Or quick move up. Now we're chasing. Now it should be trap again. Or I guess just get it, because they don't know how to break in the puck. Or collect the puck. Port checking again. Yeah, there's nothing I could do if he pulls up. I mean, there really isn't. That's got to be something that just is done. The only thing that I'm playing for is to stop this guy from going this way and then cutting. Or like shooting. That's the only thing that I'm trying to stop him from doing. At the end of the day. There's nothing like... If I could take the puck... If I'm in a good spot to take the puck off him, then yeah. But like, if he pulls up and tries to like play high, some kind of back check would have to take place. Like, red can't pull away from the hit necessarily, even though he was trying to go for it. Then he eventually re-established. He like followed the guy that he was currently on. Yeah. Now we're full. Okay. Yeah, that's where I cut. That's where I decided to cut for a cut in. So that's where I stopped instead of continuing to skate like I usually do to then find the pass and we get in that way. Like that, if I was gonna skate it, if I was gonna skate with no call out, it would be, you know, red goes, I guess filled this lane, so I would have to then bounce it this way, either find him, skate it, or find blue somewhere. That would be the three options. Like, technically the right side of the ice was open, also the left, with less guys on the left, still able to get in. I mean, but like, I can't read that. That's not like I made a great call out. You know what I mean? That's just a fluke call that eventually works. Like, that's the kind of the problem. It's definitely like me just simply overthinking it. But at the end of the day, too, it's also like the execution of the said call out and based on how they're trapping. I just don't understand. From a defensive perspective, what the hell is going on with their defense? Like, this is why it's not even really a good look. Because ideally, what the center's doing is perfect. He's right up on the center. Center and center. I just don't... What are these guys doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? I mean, they're technically there, right? Why isn't there more of an emphasis on just like following him? Like, why doesn't this guy just put his back to him and shadow him? Like, if it's I'm playing 1-on-1 and threes, I did it every time when the limited time that I was playing wing. That's all I would do. Especially if that's going to be like an option. Like, it's not up to the winger. It's not even like I have to, you know, he would have to play that and like follow him. I look at it as the winger should be right here. Defenseman should be right here. Center on center doing whatever the hell he wants to do. Opposite defenseman plays here. Or I guess, you know, depending on where winger is and, you know, where the puck is, right? Since it's on the left side, he can anchor himself more to the middle. But then if you're a winger, put your back here and just shuttle him. Like, it's on the far side, so you're gonna have to more. You're obviously not gonna play outside leverage. But you could still literally just put your back to him and follow him. Like, a cut like that should almost never work. Based on that, I don't understand. What is this guy doing? Like, that should have went right into the guy. This guy should be right here. Exactly what I was saying. If he's right here, that stops the inside cut. Now these guys can play and support that over the top. You stop everything. What? I don't like, is it not a share? Like, is it not the same concept? Is that not understood across the board? Like, wingers, we understand that wingers have outside leverage on the trap, right? It's like a defensive end, right? He sets the edge. The same thing again, where he's just like, let's cover inside. Like, there should have been more of an emphasis to use the boards there. And just have him straight line on the boards. Because he would get by everybody. And we go offside again. I mean, that was just barely offside, to be honest. Trying to pull it because he's not trying to get hit. But that's, again, like, why there's not so much of a... Again, it's a 2-2 game where, I mean, I guess the forecheck worked. And technically, it goes back the other way. What the hell? was that goalie movement. I've never seen, I mean, I actually have seen goalie movement like that, but that's like excessively OD. I mean, what option did they have? Pass it there. Yeah, I mean, I mean, technically that's how you close them off, right? But like, even in this case, something like, you know, they're... He can, I mean, very easily just go, yeah, we're not going to do that. What are these guys going to do? Keep fouling them? Eventually somebody's going to be open right down the middle or opposite side, and depends on how you forecheck. I mean, if he's going to be lined up here, this is why I've always favored the 2-3 forecheck, or I guess I call it just straight man-to-man. Wingers have D, center has center, defenders or defensemen have the wingers, right? And it's just straight man-to-man coverage. It would still, I guess, resemble more of a 2-3, but you know, you would have that so that they couldn't go D to D in case they were pressured. I mean, technically, he could go blink, boink, and then he's got outside if he wanted to. Now we'll quickly transition back up, and that led to that save. But yeah, we're not getting like a true trap. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like we're just forechecking like crazy. Yeah, and this is like, well, hey, I have a limited time with the puck. I don't even have to shoot it. I don't even have to do anything with it. I don't have to pass it. Could have waited for something else to open up. Beat around the bend. Yeah, able to stay inside there finally. Shot saved. Around the PK. And this is just like take what's there. Skate, 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 draw. Pull it. 2-on-1 now. Couldn't get the pass through. Kind of dead on energy, so only so much you can do there. You guys are dead tired, so obviously they're going to try to quickly transition it on us. Man-to-man coverage. Quick up again. Filled the... I think I tried a button pass there. I don't know what button I pressed. And I think I hit B, I think. I don't know if because we were technically... We were on the PK that eventually became even strength. So the buttons don't reset to their normal positions that they would be. I just swung a pass right behind me. That was just kind of dumb. Happens though. Here we find the potential 1T. Cycle, cycle. I mean, we do have a 1T where I'm at, no? Right? Technically, or not even just a 1T, but just like an option. Yeah, I could have. Here's where like I'm so hesitant to go up. I should just go up. Like if I had kept going, you know, a better lane for that shot, I pulled up for some reason because I was worried that we were gonna lose it. I don't know. It's just a weird, like, I don't have the trust. That's what's happening. I don't have the confidence to just do what I need to do. Like doing what Teal's doing, you got green all the way back. So like, that's the green light for him to do whatever he wants to do. It's like this... I don't even know. There's not really too many times I've ever gone up with the puck. So it didn't really make a difference. I didn't know if there was a true rotation behind. Gotta be twice there. Yeah. And this is, again, just piss poor defense. Like, I'm not reading it correctly. Like, I'm just not. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get in front of this and stop it, and I'm just like gliding back, taking myself way out of the play. I don't know. And then Red has to go try to go for the hit, and he misses too. Teal's drawn to the other guy. He gambled, picked the wrong guy, and then, you know. Try to send it up. Yeah, everything is just a push play. There's not even a trap concept with what we do. That's fine and dandy, y'all, but you gotta have really good trust in your back three players. You know, like man to man, man to man. If we misstep at all, it's a goal. Or a very deadly chance. Just right down the middle. I'm trying to press there too. Even that was kind of risky. You're playing over the top, had the back check there. I mean, it's like, we don't even have to be that tight to them. It's just a matter of like not allowing them to straight line with speed. That's kind of like the ultimate goal of us in the back when we are man-to-man coverage. It's doing what we can, not necessarily to take it away, but just to like stop them. So like these guys are going to be back checking. You know, only thing I gotta do is stop him from going here like that to like create distance. If he goes horizontally, the back check should eventually get there, which it does. Or I just hit the guy and then there is support on the back end. Like that's all we really need to do. We don't need to go above and beyond and like play super tight man-to-man coverage. That's not the goal of what happens when you do forecheck. Even when you are forechecking, the goal isn't to get the puck either. If it happens, it happens. But it's not like the number one goal. You can get the puck up just like randomly, you know, getting it. But like, you just stay, you stay to their inside, stop them from skating straight, and have them, force a play essentially. Yeah, I'm like looking at that like, just a piss poor ass play for me. I think did I tell did I tell Red to cut left? No, I simply didn't. I just made the pass. This is a really bad trap from this other team. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Right, left, right.
I did cut. I did say cut left. Yeah. So that was the better break-in then.
Right, left, right.
But she actually did his own cut himself. He cut right then left. Which is, that tells me he understands the routes as a center. So I say cut left Red. I don't think I said cut right then left. He goes here, he cuts right slightly, just to move him briefly to the right to open up space to the left. Right there, that little stutter step. Same thing with the other guy. I really don't get this trap though. Like in an ideal world, where's the center going?
Right, left, right.
Where they're at. The trap isn't even present. Like it is, but like it's just. It's so bad. Start of the period too. They're up in the game. I still don't understand why the winger is not just like here. Defenseman here. center here, defenseman here, and winger right there. Like, or even outside leverage. Like in an ideal world, where they're at just doesn't make sense, man. Because if, let's say he followed them, red would be, he would have been here, turned and skate. Puck comes, stick over the top, body position in front, stops him from skating, and even the puck continues, goes right into the lap of the defenseman. You also have the winger then that can cut this way and grab it as well. Opposite defenseman can stay over the top. The winger can then play over the top. And now you have these lanes covered while guys getting the puck. That's how the trap should be. Like, this is an easy entry, but it isn't because of, oh, what an excellent ass call out from me. And then we just turn it over. Now, same thing. Now I give it to them early. Because we had a guy... Yeah, we score. Nah. I give it to them early because it's the same situation as we had in the Seattle game. The guy had a forechecker in play. We're behind him. 4-on-4. You see how it's the exact same pass, though, that I made? If you go back to that Seattle game. Actually, no, I gave it to him early. Super early. But there's nobody that's going to be pressing that. Like, it's no different than if I made the pass where I eventually did in that Seattle game and that center doesn't go in pressure. I don't even... Yeah, I don't understand this mentality. Like, just turn and skate if you're a winger. He doesn't need to play back. He doesn't need a back check. Then this is how we're scoring because it's a straight line. It's something that he did that was fantastic. He just took what was there. Nobody knows how to play defense on the opposite side.
Very underwhelming finals.
And again, we're pushing. Like, that's all we're doing. So now it's man-to-man coverage. Or I guess it's a half. Forecheck on one side, trap on the other. Like, so Teal plays good man-to-man coverage there. Green, controlling. It is actually very weird. And I stepped there, which is, I mean, it's kind of the same situation where as long as I can actually hit the guy, this looks like it should be a hit. We're at pretty good, you know. We have the numbers back. I just missed the hit for some reason. I don't know how my guy just misses it. So they're in stride, 3-on-2 with the back check in place. So they don't fully get set up for it. He's just gonna sprint past them on the poke check. This is, again, is that the same winger? Like, holy. The winger is back before the D-man. And he plays at the exact same... Oh, no, wait. Is that the defenseman? It is the defenseman. Was that the defenseman the entire time? Oh my god, that's how they're playing the trap. What the frick are they doing? This is how they're playing the trap. They have the winger inside? Or no, was that... Who is the center? No, yeah, LED is the center. Renee is the winger. I was thinking he was wing. Why is he playing inside? Yeah, this is dumb. I don't know what the hell they're doing, dude. But even still, like, player on that side, like, that was just piss poor. Yeah, man-to-man coverage. Yeah, so that is the defenseman. He's still playing the same. He's gonna back check and then, or back skate and then, you know, try to poke check with his goal to stick him up, while the guy's going full speed. This is, again, why you don't do that. It should be he turns the other way, puts his back to him, holds his stick out, plays inside leverage. Like, it's just, it's not a hard concept. And then the other guys aren't playing defense properly. They allow red to just sit back door. Nobody there to stick time or hit them or anything. Playing over the top there. Now I'm carrying it through the middle again. I don't even know if I'm giving... Did I call it? Nope, didn't call it. Just simply passed. Just read where red was going and then made the pass. So I guess that's just the way to do it then, huh? I'm getting pressured there too, so I have to move. So based on where the pressure goes, you know, I just make the pass to wherever red goes. That is if red actually cuts and finds, like, let's say red wasn't there and he get held back or he cuts a weird way. You know, I'm kind of left to my own devices. Or actually, no, eventually winger would be open. The winger would be open too. So let's say red was out of the play. Let's say red was like tangled up with this guy for some friggin' reason, right? And I'm the guy who's then filling the middle. What also happened was the winger on this side cut towards me. Which maybe he wouldn't have done that if red wasn't in play. Because also red is here, so he knows that pass is going to him. But even still, a pass there would have been in. Now, if we take this even further, the plays that I struggled in caps, trying to break out the puck, came from when I was here, going here, and the winger, this guy, would go play trap, and then he'd press. So I would give a call out, like in and out blue, and then this guy would press me, and then I would get freaking discombobulated, and then I would lose the puck or turn it over or send it to somebody who's not open. Even though a D to D maybe would have also worked too in this play. Because, like, let's say I did carry it the exact same way. I could go D to D and we could find a wide green. But that's also this piss poor ass defense. Like, this is not a good trap. I don't know what the hell this is. You can't even explain what this is. You can't even explain it. You have a winger that's essentially on the inside of their own damn defenseman. What is he covering? This guy, too far away, I think. I mean, it's fine where he's at, technically, but it's like, once he gets to a certain point, it should be the winger is on him, right? Winger on winger. Or from an outside perspective, allow the defenseman to then take the cut in. Or follow him if you can. If you could put your back to a winger, as a winger, playing outside leverage, and stop him from cutting in and taking away the outside, you make the trap of your guys on the inside a million times easier. But no, I don't see any. I've only seen a few wingers actually do it. I don't know why, unless they just don't want to play it like that. This is not a very good trap, either way. But I guess technically, it's not a bad play because then there's other options. So even if red wasn't open, blue would have been open on the right. Or, again, granted, if there was an option for me to skate it, hopefully that would be taking place as well. Oh, man. A pass back there to red would have been outstanding. Give and go right there. Damn. I'm not sure if that was an attempt of what I was trying to do, but probably not. I was trying to find blue. Yep, it's that same move. That move's got to get away. That move's got to get friggin' away from the game, bro. Like that. But see, that would never work if you had guys that would anticipate it. So if Preacher worked his way from the inside, played over the top, that would never work. I think that move only works on the forehand. So if everybody that is here does it on his forehand, like pulls it to his forehand to cut inside, if this guy was here, that would never work. Plus, if you had, number one, play closer defense as well, I mean, he wouldn't have just went, you know, right past everybody. Yeah. play over the top. If they stop, that's all. I mean, just let them go then. So inside, yeah. I don't know what the, I don't know how you explain that one. He's gonna go in. So there does need to be more of just an emphasis. I know this is 4-on-4, right? So more ice. More of an emphasis to just carry it through the middle then. Especially more of it like a simplified way of playing the game too. Even if there's absolutely no callouts, right? That's something that could be played in, like, you know, when you're playing like drafts or something. Because you're not going to talk to your teammates, right? So yeah, nothing could explain what is actually going on here. I mean, it is very sloppy gameplay, but it works. Because this is the type of team where you could do that and it would work. And then they get a breakaway, and we're in the lead. How did they get the breakaway there? Because I was thinking they're going up. I mean, I should have eyes in the back of my head. I'm not even like paying attention to that. I didn't even see that guy. Yeah, that didn't work. That's just ridiculous, man. Let's see again. Do I go through the middle? Nope. This time I don't. It literally still works. Like, it's literally because of how bad. Look at how bad this trap looks, dude. You can't even explain it, bro. You can draw a line through the center of the ice, and you've got 4 guys on one side. If it's like a straight line, you know. Everybody through the like, it's actually really bad. That should just be me carrying it. I don't see anybody open. I mean, I'm trying to send it to blue, huh? Like, as if that's gonna work. Or eventually red would have been open. But again, I'm not patient with the puck. Then they go for a dump and chase. Almost got it. The fact that it even like gets to this. Damn, dude. I mean, I could see the vision from me, but like, maybe could have found Cole right in the middle. Yeah, this is another thing too. It's like we're playing CHL hockey where they don't use the point. Is there a reason there's no point there? Like, they have 5 guys down low. I mean, at this point, that's just a lack of trust in the defense. There's no reason why in a tie game where there's open ice, where we're trying to play it like we can control the puck. See, the biggest thing for me is I just don't have enough reps to see it. Like, this is actually decent of a play. Now, did I give a call out?
You cut right red.
I said cut right red. That was the call out that I made.
I'm gonna take it.
What the fuck was that?
Right red.
Cut right red from this look.
I'm gonna take it.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna take it. Like, that's what I'm talking about. There's not even a sense of what I'm doing. But I'm saying it now. Like, I'm trying to say it early. And it's like, it just doesn't even make sense. This is where I think it's just a lack of repetition. Because at this point in time, it's like, you know, you look at the trap and it's a freaking, you know, pentagon, a house, or whatever the hell. Is that what it is? Pentagon? 5 sides, right? Or did I literally just make a fool out of myself? And then that. Nice. Yeah. I don't know. So that's something I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to figure out. So based on traps or, yeah, trap plays, I'll just start using the middle, telling red to either cut left or right. And then based on certain looks and based on the pressure, if they are trying to forecheck or anything, every once in a while I can go with a D to D based on if I think the opposite, if the winger on the far side is like coming in a little bit and they're not, like they're all kind of shifted to one side. That's all just based on a read. Probably less callouts in general, just more skating it up and seeing what opens up. And then, yeah, just figuring out where the center goes or where the winger goes. I could look for board plays if I want to. I don't know. I'm gonna have to just get more reps in at defense, reading what's opening up and taking it from there. But like the idea of like always giving a call out, that was like the reason why it's like in my head so much, because I'm like thinking, hey, everything needs to be a call out. That's what the top guys are doing. But I don't know. Maybe certain teams don't necessarily don't do it all the time, because it's just, I don't know, more simplified. We don't have enough chem with each other. I think that's all it really kind of goes down to. Yeah, I'm like, here, stay boards blue. We're like cutting back and forth. Like, yeah, if it's kind of tough to do it from that angle though. If I was gonna do an off the board play, I mean, I guess that still technically is an option if I go down the middle. If I could do it right, like I think icon passing would probably be the way to do that. But like, it's just the fact that that angle, that could be easily picked off if you have a winger that is here and he jumps the route. Oh, taking the other way. If I were to try to do it from there, I would have to then skate this way and then try to sauce up the boards that way. Based on the pressure too, like it just depends. I don't know. I got to get more comfortable with the puck, man. That's all it really comes down to. I don't have enough, and we win it off that. Let me see if I can find all right, so yeah, no, I'm skating it like this. Yeah, so that's hockey. Actually, yeah, that's actually not bad. Skate it up. I mean, I'm gonna have to skate it up more. Okay, this is just a horrible team to really like showcase anything from. I'm trying to go back to get like a nice clean look of like a, yeah, we're just in a standstill. Like a clean look of a break-in. All right, so this is, all right. So this is the main idea here. To wrap it up. Because I said I wasn't going to end stream until I figured out a game plan moving forward. So this is the game plan. Every trap, regardless of how bad this looks, just pretend like you've got, you know, got here, got here, got here, got here, and got here. And that's like their trap. The main idea for me is these guys, you know, as best as they can, obviously in line, but I'm going to follow the guy right down the middle. I'm either going to tell him to go right, to go left, and then I go the opposite direction. So if he goes that way, right, then I'm going to go left and look to see if he's open. If he's not, then I keep going. If for some reason the guys are pulled towards me and I could find a winger to the outside, then that will be the look. But it'll be 1, 2, 3 looks there. That's just the idea. Opposite play essentially is him doing the exact opposite, and I go this way and I either find him here or I skate it, or I find blue outside and or I go here and I skate it that way. So 1, 2, 3 looks, right? 1, 2, and 3 looks. Then we can mix in certain plays where I try to, depending on the pressure too, like this is all just dependent on the fact that these guys are not going to be pressuring me from the outside. But if for some reason that does happen and I have to get, you know, I just read what's there. Now, I don't even have to necessarily call something every single time. So I could just skate up and maybe even angle myself this way and maybe find something either from cutting this way, or I can cut that way, you know, find them there. Or I could go with, hey, you know, cut in, I'm going to take it wide, or I read option from there. It's just when it gets to like, all right, what if most times this is how it's going to be, when do you go, hey, I'm going to cut this way based on them having a 5-man trap at the blue line? When would I be walking this way to find either a cut in or I take it? Because like that just wouldn't make sense if 9 times out of 10 I'm going down the middle and then all of a sudden I'm like, I take it this way and now there's a read option or a call where I go outside and he tries to cut in, like, or a D. Like when would that ever even take place then? If I'm always going right down the middle, there's no possible chance of a D. It would have to be every so often. I feel like I can make a play where I tell blue to cut in and we try that and see if that's open, and then we go back to this concept. So it's like mixing it up. So either I go there or there. I could even tell. I mean, yeah, there's not even really a reason to even give like, hey, I'm gonna carry it based on me telling red to cut either left or right. Or I could even tell, hey, green cut in here, red cut right. Boom, you have that option, have that option. Imagine even this though too. Like again, this isn't gonna happen here. Imagine it's like, hey, teal go wide here. So you go here, he's out of the play. Red goes there, here, he goes freaking there, and you find that. Depending on, granted, you would have to have the winger on green to essentially cut in with him, and you find that route. When would that ever take place? When would it ever take place where it's here, stop up, you find teal for this play, and you have this guy go here, you have red, green go there. You know what I mean? That's what I see too every once in a while, but I think that's more chem related. People know what they're doing, or it's just you tell them where to go, I guess, right? Because I could still technically say teal go wide left or up left. I don't know if you would even know what that means, but like go wide left here, go wide, go up left here, green cut in, bang bang, you find that. There's certain plays like that, but like I don't know, I think I'm just trying to get, because I mean it would still work, you know. I mean this is still that kind of play, right? But it's the fact that how bad this trap is. There's so many options where that's like available. Any options technically good. But it's like, yeah, it's like this where I stop and it's like this type of scene where these guys are sort of away from the action. He cuts this way, he stays boards, and it's like a stop, find teal, and he's gone. And he could be gone. I mean, people have done it too, right? We had a play where we had red cut there, and teal, you know, would go right down the middle, or it'd be the opposite way, right? Red would cut this way, teal would find me, go right down the middle. That was something we tried a little bit in cabs, but that's like a once a game type scenario. You wouldn't even do it more than one time. I think that might be the way to do it. So in terms of practicing it, obviously, you know, there wouldn't be any call outs, so I'd have to just carry it down the middle and see what opens up. But I guess that's the idea. So, all right, I think that's the game plan moving forward. We'll recheck this next week, see what happens, and you guys can bash me some more. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time.